Hello, welcome to the class of Research Methodology for Physiotherapists. Today we are going to discuss about this module 2, which is the measurement. Measurement is the process of giving a numerical data to a particular attribute or a quality which we are going to check and measure. Lord Kelvin has said that if we can measure something and we can describe our measurement or display our measurement in the form of numbers, then our measurement is of some value. So that is the quantitative measurement. But in the field of physiotherapy, you will have things which cannot be always expressed in absolute numbers like quality of life or feelings. So then we have the qualitative measurement. That's why in physiotherapy we use mixed models where we use both qualitative as well as quantitative measurement approaches. Now let us move ahead. What are the various concepts of measurements? The main important concepts are levels of measurement, outcome measures, and measuring the effect size. So the levels of measurement are four: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Nominal level is categorization into yes or no, presence of the quality or absence of the quality. That is nominal. Then in ordinal we have got an order of the qualifiers in the level of good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, but it is not ascertained that the difference between the two consecutive levels is same if we see the entire set of measurement. That is ordinal level of measurement. Then we have interval. In interval, other than having an order of the measurement, the distance or the gradation between two measurements, consecutive measurements, is always equal. This is known as interval level of measurement. Then we have the ratio level. In ratio level, we have an order, we have equal distribution between two gradations, as well as we have an absolute zero. An absolute zero is not seen in an interval level of measurement. Ratio level of measurement can be put to all sorts of mathematical calculations. Most of the measurements which we should do should fall between the interval and ratio level. In physiotherapy, nominal example of nominal level of measurement can be between the gender. Ordinal level of measurement can be the difference of muscle power, which we take on a scale of 0 to 5, where we have good, fair, normal. Then the interval level of measurement. Interval level of measurement can be a Voss scale or a temperature on degree Celsius. Then we have the ratio level of measurement. Ratio level of measurements are numerical measurement, pure numerical measurement like height, weight, blood pressure, temperature on Kelvin scale, girth measurements, etc. Then we have outcome measure. What is an outcome measure? An outcome measure is a measure which we use in physiotherapy to show the effect of a physiotherapeutic intervention. Similarly, we have effect size. In effect size, we compare two treatments or control group with the experimental group and show how much is the change in the dependent variable. So, when we see the implications of measurement, we must understand three concepts, that is direct and indirect measurement variables, reliability and validity, and application of therapeutic tests and measurements. First of all, direct and indirect measurement variables. Direct and indirect measurement variables are those variables which we see directly, like muscle power, strength, range of motion, goniometric measurement, we can directly check. Then there are indirect measurement. Indirect measurement is which we assess. That is, we check the distance walk in 6-minute walk test and we calculate VO2 with it, which will be an indirect measurement. In education also we have got direct and indirect measurement. A direct measurement of the success of a program might be the success of the student as a pass or as a CGPA above 9. But the indirect measurement will be his or her placement in a job. Similarly, we have various other direct and indirect measurements in the field of physiotherapy. Then, an important concept to understand is dependent and independent variable. Independent variable is what we give as an intervention and what is manipulated in an experiment. It is a treatment or a program, a factor which explains the change in the dependent variable. Dependent variable is what is affected. It is the effect of outcome or outcome measure, which we say. It is the response variable. So when we see the effect size, we see it on the dependent variable, and that effect size is often independent variable on the dependent. Then reliability. What is reliability? Reliability is the consistency of measurement over a period of time by different observers and at different points of time. So they have got various types like inter-rater reliability. Between two observers, the reliability remains consistent. That means the measurement remains consistent. Then it is known as inter-rater reliability. Intra-rater reliability is the temporal variation in measurement which happens over a may happen over a period of time with the same observer. That means one at one point of time the observer gives a particular result, and after some time at a different point of time he gives a different result using the same tool of a particular attribute. Then we have the diurnal effects from 24-hour effects which can also affect the reliability. So we should maintain consistency in that. Then we have validity. Validity is of an instrument. An instrument is measuring what it is supposed to measure is validity. This is the definition. Then it has got face validity, content, construct validity, criterion or concurrent validity, then predictive validity. Face is the construct, the face at a face value only. However, the construct is the inherent content of it. Then the content means what are the questions. Suppose in a questionnaire, what all are the questions? All the questions should be valid. And the construct is the entire arrangement of the questions one after the other. Criterion is a futuristic validity. How much, what criteria, on what criteria we are telling it is valid. Then predictive validity is the futuristic validity where we say that what is the prediction which we can make. So face is at face value, then individual questions, individual components, that is construct, and then content is the arrangement of it, then criterion related how and the individual aspect fulfills a particular criteria of a particular measurement. Then the predictive is the futuristic validity. Then internal versus external validity. Internal validity is the validity that is the internal consistency of measurement, the uh, genuinity of the experiment. Then external is the generalizability of the results of a particular experiment. So internal versus external validity. Various types of bias may come which may be a threat to the internal validity. Now, application of physiotherapeutic tests and measures. Like what are the various tests and measures which physiotherapists perform? They are movement related, range of motion, anthropometric measures, or arthrokinematic, osteokinematic measures, kinetic analysis. Then we have aerobic capacity measurement, we have muscle strength measurement, MMT and isokinetic. We have assessment of balance, assessment of fitness, ADL measurement, quality of life, and further we have the ICF, that is International Classification of Functioning, Health and Disability by WHO, and International Classification of Diseases, which may be incorporated for the purpose of measurement. These measurements are some of the categorical things which I have put here. Then there are various outcome measures like 6-minute walk test, neck disability index, oswestry disability index, etc. Then follow up or proof of effect of physiotherapy, that is changes over time in a measurement scale. like a Likert scale or any other scale which we are using for measurement, what is the change over time? It should be sensitive enough to that. Then we may go to molecular measurement, measurement at the molecular level, electromagnetic measurement, biophotogenic measurements, and ultrasound based measurements, which are some of the recent advances, technological advances according to the Education 4.0 in the process of measurement and physiotherapy. Now here we see the effect size, just an example of it. We have got two groups here, the control group and the experimental group, and the mean of the control group x bar in green and the mean of the experimental group, which is x bar in blue, are given here. So the D is the effect size, the difference in the mean of the two groups, which will talk about the effect size, whether there is a significant variation in the two groups, whether the effect is statistically significant. That is also a measurement which is done mostly. So we calculate the value of D with x1 bar minus x2 bar upon S. Here the S is assumed to be same. There are different variations of such formulas with which we can calculate the effect size. So this is in short about measurement. Thank you.